Thank you for joining us today. We are delighted to have the opportunity to learn more about your experiences and perse- perspective. And here are some questions related to your experience in learning language. The first question is please introduce yourself, your country, and background.
Hello, my name is Xu Jiayu. I'm from China. China is a country with a long history and rich culture, a vast territory, and a large population. China's social background includes traditional family values, respect for elders, and emphasis on education.
So when do you start learning English and the reason for learning English?
I started learning English in my primary school, around the age of 6. The main reason why I learn English is because English is a universal language that can help me communicate better with the world and expand my horizons.
So what impact have has learning English had in your life?
In daily life, I hardly use English because Chinese is the official language of China and we always use Chinese in daily communication.
Do you think learning English is important? What benefits can it bring to individuals or society?
Learning English has had a great impact on my life. It has made me more confident in communicating with people from all over the world and has also broadened my career development space and allow me to understand Western culture.
Regarding your English learning experience, do you think it had any impact on your career development?
In schools, we usually learn English through classroom teaching, listening exercise, reading comprehension, and oral expression. The school may also organize corners, English clubs, or participate in English competitions and other activities to provide students with more practical opportunities and communication platforms.
Do you think the support or resources for English language learners in your country? What areas still need improvement?
China's cultural background has had a certain impact on my English learning and use. First of all, Chinese traditional culture emphasizes respecting elders and teachers, which makes me pay more attention to guidance and teaching of teachers when learning English. And I am more inclined to master language knowledge through traditional learning methods. Secondly, China's antiquated culture has influenced my English communication style, making me pay more attention to the politeness and appropriateness of language.
So, what are the main challenges you encounter in your daily life of learning English?
In daily English learning, the main challenges are the mastery of grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary, as well as the obstacles caused by different expression habits and cultural backgrounds from the native language, as well as the lack of practice opportunities.
Regarding your English learning experience, do you think it had any impact on your career development?
I think my English learning experience has a great impact on my career development because English is a universal language and can help me better adapt to the international working environment. There are more opportunities for international work.
In the support or resources for English language learners in your country, what areas still need improvement?
China has provided abundant support and resources for English learners, such as English training institutions, online learning platforms. But there are also some areas that need improvement, such as uneven English education resources and the level of English teaching in some areas that needs to be improved.
Do you think learning English is important? What benefits can it bring to individuals or society?
I think English learning is very important for individuals. Learning English can broaden one's horizons and improve self awareness and thinking ability. For society, promotes international challenges and economic development. Thanks so much.
Hi Yuan, I'm Jia. Thank you for joining us today. We are delighted to have the opportunity to learn more about your experiences and perse- perspective. And here are some questions related to your experience in learning language. The first question is, please introduce yourself, your country, and background.
Okay, so my name is Seng Yuan and I am from Klang, Selangor. I grew up in a typical Chinese family and I'm currently pursuing my studies in Taylor's University. And then I'm currently also have a part-time job. It is actually the extension of my internship. Yeah.
So when do you start learning English and the reason for learning and English?
I started learning English since kindergarten, but since I studied at Chinese-based primary and secondary school, I was literally a Chinese educated person. And this has led to my English remain on a very low grade. And the second reason of my English being so bad was because of my family. Because the whole family was speaking Mandarin, so I was surrounded by Chinese culture since I was born. And I believe most of the Chinese has the similar experience as mine. And at the year 2017, which is the year when I was 16, I had a part-time job during the year-end holidays. I remember there was a moment during that holidays that I decided to put a thought on learning English. And the reason was because I thought my colleagues who spoke English was very cool and I couldn't speak fluent English as them. And yes, this is the direct reason that led me to learn English.
How do you use English in your daily life? Do you use English frequently?
I wasn't using English very fluently before I went to university, since the people surrounding me was all Chinese educated. And since I started my university journey, I use English extensively in my daily life. Whether it's communicating with classmates, accessing online resources, reading articles, or watching movies on TV shows, English has become the integral part of my routine. Yeah.
So what impact has learning English had in your life?
Um, Learning English has had a profound impact on my life. It has opened up avenues for international communication and allowed me to access a wealth of knowledge and resources. and broaden my cultural understanding.
So next question is, how do you learn English in your school?
Actually, I didn't learn English very well in my school and secondary school. I didn't even care the result of my English subject just because the teachers also didn't take serious to teach us. But since I decided to put a thought in learning English, I went to an English tuition class. And in the tuition class, English was taught through a very meaningful way. I learned grammar and vocabulary during the class, and my skills in writing and speaking have a significant improvement. The most important thing that I learned from the class was the importance of English in my daily life.
So what influence do you think your cultural background has on your learning or and use of English?
Mm, my cultural background has influenced my learning and use of English very deep. Despite being surrounded by Mandarin speaking family members, my commitment to improving English became a personal journey, allowing me to balance my cultural roots with the aspiration to excel in a globalized context.
So what are the main challenges you encounter in your daily life of learning English?
Um, I think some of the main challenges I encounter in my daily English learning include mastering grammar and syntax, expanding vocabulary, and overcoming language barriers in spoken communication, like the accent and pronunciation.
Regarding your English learning experience, do you think it had any impact on your career development?
Yeah, absolutely. I think learning English has significantly impacted my career development. It has widened my job prospects and enabled me to pursue my opportunities in multinational companies and enhance my ability to collaborate with professionals from diverse backgrounds.
What do you think
Uh, yeah.
what
Okay.
do you think the support or resources are for English language learners in your country? What areas still need improvement?
I think in our country, Malaysia, there are various resources available for English language learners, like English tuition classes, online courses, tutoring services, language exchange programs, and educational materials. But there's always room for improvement in terms of accessibility and affordability of these resources.
Do you think learning English is important? What benefits can it bring to individuals or society?
I think learning English is incredibly important in nowadays interconnected world. It serves as a gateway to global communication, open doors to higher education and career opportunities, and um, fosters cross-cultural understanding. And on an individual level, it enhances personal growth, while on a societal level, it promotes international cooperation and knowledge exchange, and contributing to overall progress and development. Yeah, that's all.
So thank you for sharing your experiences and insight during the interview. Your perspective on your English learning journey and its impacts is valuable. We appreciate your time and thoughtful responses.
Okay. You're welcome.